Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners about to kick it away and get this season started. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got a lot of running room. At the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Dances away from the heat. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Still on his feet. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they were able to come up with the interception.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Back to pass, it's Torres. Finds his target down the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick six.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it.
The more hats you have near the football, you won't cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He'll let it go down the right side. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're lining up to boot it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, you got to lock in.
Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Sooners want to move quickly. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Looking downfield, it's Torres. A shot toward the end zone. Got it! They will score! Touchdown Sooners!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't
And he breaks into the open. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Torres. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Torres. Makes his connection. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
14.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Brewer. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode. And
he'll take a shot. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, it's Torres. Firing to the right, complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48.
Longer. Tuna.
He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. The defensive player makes the nice pick.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it at halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Looking to throw for it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on first down. That pass is incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Torres. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fired. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw, because he put it out in
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's got it, and he's running in the open. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
From the gun, the ground game. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He makes the connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They give it to him again. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
And the Hurricanes looking to convert on fourth down. Running back goes in motion. Inside the 10. Touchdown Hurricane. And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Offense set on first down. The running back has it. He is smashing people. Powers for another one. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Ready to fire from the pistol.
Let's go!
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
At the 46-yard line, brings up second down.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Finds a man on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 63, Oklahoma 14.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run.
14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
To the air, it's Torres. It's complete to the right. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Running toward the tape. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. The Sooners get enough to move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! What a catch and run for 6.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
He's off to the races. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
77, Oklahoma, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll try the run. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark it down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wants to throw on 3rd. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Lowers those pads. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Scanning the field, it's Torres. Got a man. Still running at the 40.
The second down pass complete.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's back to throw on second down. Wide open downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
At the 37. Brings up second down.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting